You got it.
Well, dude, this is crazy. What do we got here?
Well, what we got here, Triple Crown winners, American Pharoah, Justify. I chased the Triple Crown for 15 years to end up with, it's my Derby shot of Pharoah, Preakness, Belmont. Same thing with Justify. Got all the winning tickets in them. So this is a collector's piece here. So you've got 25 of these ever made. This is number 5 of 25. Got all the WinStar Farm halters. So I've been pretty much around the horse business and the racing business since the 1970s. Man, it's a lot of work. I'll tell you, these shows are a lot of labor is what goes into it. But at the same time, you know, you got to be at this a while to really have a collection of images to, you know, have this kind of inventory and everything. But I would say that it's a labor of love. It's something you start doing, and then next thing you know, you're 20 years down the road and you don't even know what to print anymore because you got so much stuff. But no, it's a lot of work, man. I mean, I've been working for 3 months to end up with, you know, all of this inventory and to be at like this point. Booyah! That's my favorite picture. So I chased the Triple Crown for 15 years. And I knew after I watched Arkansas Derby in 2015 that this was quite possibly the horse. And so I was waiting for him to come to Louisville. And when he got here, it was 2 weeks before the Derby. And this was the first day I ever met American Pharoah, and it was the best shot I ever got of him. And now, I mean, I've sold almost 300 of these in this size a lot. This was 5 feet tall as the opener for the American Pharoah exhibit at the Kentucky Derby Museum. And it's becoming pretty legendary, really a part of horse racing history in a lot of ways. When I was a kid, my grandma lived on Southern Parkway right by Churchill Downs. My mom grew up around the track, and so we went to the races all the time. And in the 1970s, my mom's best friend was in charge of the Kentucky Derby Festival. So she used to take us out on the backside with the media. And so I was around all the Triple Crown winners in the 1970s when I was a little kid out there. So then my dad taught us how to handicap when we were like 7 years old. So I've literally been handicapping and betting horses since I was 7. All right, so next year will be my 30th Kentucky Derby attending in a row, and it'll be my 16th as a professional shooting. The other ones I was a drunk spectator betting. But so once I started, man, it was one of the first years I chased the Triple Crown was Smarty Jones, and it really looked like he would win. I got tapped in with the owners and trainers of Smarty Jones and ended up, you know, on the whole chase, and it was highly disappointing when he lost, but who should have that kind of luck their first time out, you know? But so I've got 300 $2 losing win tickets on Smarty Jones from the Belmont. I've got 300 on Big Brown from 2008. I got 300 Big Brown programs. I'll have another scratched on my 40th birthday at his stall the day before the Belmont. And I got 300 tickets on California Chrome that are no good either. And so I just did it year after year, grinded it out, lost money, kept going, knew it would happen one day, and there you go. This is the #1 outdoor art show in America. It's been voted that numerous times, including this year. So there's 750 artists around the country, and I am one of the few from Kentucky that's in this show. The quality of the art, I mean, it's amazing. There's 500,000 people that come through here this weekend, and you cannot get in here unless you've got the goods. Most people who shoot this horse racing stuff don't own their material. They're shooting for Sports Illustrated or ESPN, and I did it for the sole purpose of owning the material and selling it for the rest of my life. So the scenes that you see in here from the bourbon industry and from the horse racing industry, you know, you just don't get that kind of access unless you're really on the insides of the industry and have worked with them for a long time. So I'm a native Kentuckian. I've been around this all my life. So, you know, I guess like when somebody comes in here, I've gotten to do all the stuff that they would like to do. I have a studio here in Louisville, so I've got the big 6-foot printers, and I do all the mat cutting, framing, stretch the canvases. So the whole thing's in my hands from the time that I take the shot, edit it on the computer, print it out, and do the finished piece and bring it out. So yeah, so I'm pretty much a craftsman, not just with the camera, but with all of the framing and printing and printmaking. And I mean, I started out, for my first 9 years as a professional, I shot Fujichrome Velvia slide film So, I mean, I've lived as a professional through the transition from film to digital too. So I may be a dinosaur, but I know what I'm doing.